Peace and strength to everybody. This is Nisi, and some people know me as Diane. And today is Pentecost Sunday, and you might wonder, what am I talking about? Because it was just Pentecost Sunday in May. But there are two Pentecost Sundays. Why? Why is that? It just so happens that today is also it's going to be the summer solstice. All right, and then summer, and it's going to be the start of the summer. It's also another Hebrew sacred period, and there's something going on in Japan, and there's something going on in India. So what is it about this season, and which one is accurate? Right now, based on what I read, there were a few calendars in AD, and maybe sometime during the reign of Julius Caesar, there were two calendars. It was the Gregorian calendar and the Julian calendar. And then, of course, we all are aware, I think, of the Hebrew calendar. But there had to be a period where there was one calendar. And there was one 365-day calendar that was created by the priests of Africa. And they used this calendar for thousands of years, and maybe more. And maybe more. So all of these days at one point were something. And even before the split, even before the Gregorian calendar, there was something going on. What was it? What was it? I'm going to get into what this period for the Hebrews are. I believe it is the month of Tammuz, and that name, or Dumaz, though it is in the form of Sumerian or Assyrian or Babylonian, I don't know. What's behind the name has everything to do with the original people of Africa. But for now, I'm going to stay focused on the Pentecost and the summer solstice. And which one of these days is the accurate day? Is it May or is it June? Is it the Greek church or is it the Catholic church? The churches of the East, the churches of the West. Which one is it? And how do we know? So you can do your own research and try to find out what is going on here. For those who want to hear my opinion, please feel free. For those who don't want to know, do your own research, and you can come back and check and see if we have the same opinion or we have the same information. Now, I personally believe that this is the accurate day. And I'm going to tell you why. Because there's so much going on in the universe today. And most every Pentecost Sunday that comes from, I believe, the churches of the East are near the summer solstice. Now, yes, I did say that May was accurate as well, and it very well could have been something going on around that period. But here's something for you to look into. When is the wheat harvest? Is the wheat harvest in July or is the wheat harvest in May? Because I believe that this stemmed around the wheat harvest. I don't know how these calendars got so far apart, because the Hebrew calendar is really, I believe it's centered around the moon, the phases of the moon. And I'm not sure about the Catholic Church. I don't know if they use both. I have no idea. But it seems like the Greek calendar is centered more around the solar, which is different. So I would say that, just in my opinion, you want to take a look at the universe, what's going on in the universe in this month and what was going on in May. And then you want to take a look at the harvest, the farming, periods during this time. Because as I always say, Adam was a farmer. And Adam was told to look at the universe to determine the time. It was his clock. It was his calendar. And so all of these days may be older than the Hebrews, as well as, we know it's older than the Romans. We know that. Okay? And we also understand that Abraham never met a Greek person because they weren't a civilization. So for thousands of years, they were interacting with each other. It was the Asians against the Asians, the Africans against the Africans against the Asians, everybody just fighting. Okay? So the Greeks didn't have a role in that for a long time. So this has nothing to do with them. They interpreted it, they found it, but this is not anything that they created. And in order to understand the origins of these days, right, you go back to the first farmers. Okay? So why? Why to Pentecost? And which one is the right one? Thank you for listening, and please share what you know.